Are electric cars the future, or are they just a gimmick compared to their combustion counterparts? There are around 1.5 billion cars in the world. Only 1% of those cars are powered by batteries, leaving 99% to be combustion engines powered by gasoline or other fuel. Despite electric cars being such a small part of the car market, they've actually been around for almost 200 years. When the first electric car was invented in 1832 by Robert Anderson, it was seen as an experiment that would never come to fruition. Innovators in Hungary, the Netherlands, and the United States were playing with the concept of battery electric vehicles, or BEVs. This technology was very new at the time, and with steam engine cars being impractical, the rise of internal combustion engine vehicles, or ICEs, were underway. Electric cars quickly became popular with urban residents, especially women. They were perfect for short trips around the city. Electric cars were easier to get as obtaining electricity in the 1910s became easier as well. However, over the next 30 years, electric vehicle technology made little to no advancement, whereas combustion engine vehicles started improving drastically in their efficiency, power, and practicality. Thanks to the rise of cheap and abundant gasoline from improved refining and pumping methods, demand for combustion vehicles increased at an astonishing rate, leaving BEVs in the dark. Later on, in the start of the 21st century, the revival of the electric vehicle began. When the hybrid Toyota Prius was introduced, the world changed and sparked interest again in these vehicles. With the help of Tesla Motors and other companies, the production and innovation for electric cars was rapidly increasing, creating the modern-day battery electric vehicle. Modern BEVs have increased range, a low carbon footprint, and are easier and faster to charge than ever. Their popularity is growing at a fast rate. But combustion vehicles still dominate the car market heavily due to their practicality and reliability. But are electric vehicles finally delivering on a promise of the car of the future? Are they now good enough to switch to, or are they still less practical than gas-powered cars? Electric cars have many benefits. However, many people will not leave them because of the practicality of combustion engine vehicles. Combustion vehicles generally have longer range, faster refuel times than recharging, and can offer lower upfront costs to drive than electric vehicles. Electric cars offer less and cleaner vehicle emissions, require low maintenance, and cost of electricity for charging is significantly less than gasoline. While gasoline-powered cars have been the gold standard for most cars on the road today, today's modern electric vehicles are a better choice for travelers because of their cheaper operating costs and low environmental impact.
I've been driving electric since the first Ford Focus EV came out in 2014. And really, the reason I chose that car is because at the time we were living in Arizona. That was the only way to get in the HOV lane. They didn't even offer a paid service, so the only way to get in it was alternative fuel vehicles. So it was either a Prius or a fully electric car, and so I chose the Ford Focus EV.
Electric cars are cheaper to recharge and maintain. Money spent on one's car can add up over time. When it comes to the cost of owning a vehicle, electric cars offer significant cuts in costs for electricity recharge and for maintenance. This overall cost saving is beneficial for many people on a tight budget and who want to save money. According to a 2020 Consumer Reports study, EV drivers tend to spend around 60% less every year on fuel costs compared to drivers of gasoline-powered vehicles. This means that every model in every state is cheaper to fill than a gas-powered vehicle. These fuel savings can stack up over time and can save lots of money in the long run. This also means that drivers do not have to be worried about widely varying fuel prices, which can severely impact the cost to fill up a car.
It's an expensive outlay initially because you're paying a lot more for the electric vehicle, for the batteries. The batteries only have, maybe a 10-year life, so you got to plan that into the equation. So I'm not really sure I'm saving money, but it is a huge convenience to not have to just be able to charge when I get home, pull out the charger, and just go.
From an environmental standpoint, electric vehicles create less carbon emissions and toxins into the atmosphere compared to gas vehicles. They don't output pollutants and emissions into the air, and the electricity can also be sourced from renewable and clean energy. Keeping the atmosphere clean will lessen the environmental impact that emissions create. Electric vehicles have substantially less annual emissions per vehicle. They do not emit emissions from their operation. However, they still can have a footprint of emissions depending on where the source of electricity is from. In different states, there are more clean and renewable sources of energy than others. Even though obtaining this electricity can be emissive, the overall carbon footprint of an electric vehicle is a lot lower than a gasoline vehicle in every state. According to NASA.gov, the greenhouse effect is created when the atmosphere is warmed due to carbon emissions released from gasoline in cars. Electric vehicles do not release any of these gases. These gases are trapped underneath the ozone layer and cause the atmosphere to warm up over time, leading to natural disasters, disease, and other harmful effects. For the first time ever, we now have a practical alternative to gasoline-powered cars. Our modern-day electric cars can finally offer equal or more than what gas cars can offer. While there are other concerns about electric vehicles such as battery replacement costs and long charging times, through innovation these problems will be less prevalent as time goes by. The benefits that they offer are more significant compared to gas vehicles. Prices of batteries have already decreased almost 50% in the last 8 years, and with the average EV price dropping every year, they are finally a worthy competitor in price to the average gas-powered car. Taking this leap into the future of travel should be considered by everyone. Not only will you save money in the long run, but you will also be helping to make our planet a cleaner and safer place. Plus, an additional federal tax credit of $7,500 can be applied when buying an electric vehicle, so there's no time to waste. Investing in this technology will inspire even more innovation and can make electric cars more efficient, practical, and useful than ever before.
I do think that almost all passenger vehicles 10 years from now will have some electric component with it besides just being 100% gas.
The Rimac Nevera hit 60 miles an hour in 1.74 seconds. You can't argue with the insane speed and acceleration that an electric car can give you. With gas-powered vehicles seeing little innovation in the past 20 years, it's time to ditch your old, costly, and fragile gas-powered car and instead switch to a future-ready electric vehicle that will leave you wondering why you didn't switch sooner. Electric cars are just getting started on their journey of innovation, and we have a unique opportunity to be a part of it. Thanks for watching.